a dream I know. Deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
Hello reality viewers, welcome back again to Reality Latest Gist, the home of news and politics. For this channel, we dey drop news every day and we dey react to every videos wey comes our way. And na reality news na we dey drop for this channel, and we dey also dey talk am as e be. If today na the first time we say you dey come across this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning subscribers, I appreciate all of una for una massive support to this channel. I say may God bless all of una in Jesus name. Amen. I get video wey I want present to una this very moment, and I go dey follow una dey watch the video. After we don watch am together, make we drop our opinion constructively for the comment section. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. Bye for now.
Racial profiling of this whole thing, because that is what it is. I am not the only one saying it. People are waking up. I'm going to play a video. If the Western world, or all these white men coming to Africa, if they are genuine, they shouldn't be sleeping. They should be worried. Why are we taking crude oil and selling back to them? If they care about Africa, like they claim, they should be worried. Why should we be taking crude oil from these people and again sell it back to them? Why don't we make sure we compel the leaders to build a refinery so that we will not be sending them money, aid, so that this aid of billions of dollars, we are not going to be sending the aids to these people again. But you know what? They are also corrupt and criminals. So it takes two criminals from the other side, from both sides, for things to work out. So when we are blaming these Nigeria people and blaming these criminal politicians, we have to also blame their collaborators from the Western world. That is why they can never talk about the killings in Biafra. But you know what? We will compel them to come out of their shell very soon. We will compel them to come out of their shell, and they're going to come out very soon. Now, I want you all to watch this.
Times of catastrophic crisis. There's no doubt about it, we're living in times of catastrophic crisis where the lives of innocent civilians are sacrificed in the wars of their masters. Yes, in Ukraine, but not only. Since the last plenary, tens of thousands of Afghani citizens have been forced to flee in search of food and safety. 5 million children face famine, an agonising and painful death, a 500% increase in child marriages and children being sold just so they can survive, and not a mention of it, not here, not anywhere. No wall-to-wall TV coverage, no emergency humanitarian response, no special plenaries, not even a mention in this plenary, no Afghani delegations, and no statements. My God, they must be wondering, what makes their humanitarian crisis so unimportant? Is it the colour of their skin? Is it that they're not white? They're not European? That their problems come from a US gun or a US invasion? Is it that the decision to rob their country's wealth was taken by a despotic US president rather than a Russian one? Because, my God, all wars are evil and all victims deserve support, and until we get on that page, we have no credibility whatsoever.
That's a point blank. I call it point blank. And you know what? As they are now rising up, the people with good conscience around Europe, around the world, as they are rising up, we will also be giving our voice. So, if you are so concerned of why nobody is talking about you, it's because they see you as coward. you have not done something that will make them to take you serious. Let me tell you, in these white man countries, there was bloody revolution. Bloody one. Bloody revolution was shaping their life today. When they were fighting those wars, some of you were living on the trees in Africa. Some of you, they know the value of life. They have tested war. They have tested the revolution. And they don't want you to test it because it will open your eyes to understand the value of life. So as it is now, it is only the Europeans, the Western and Americans that understand the value of life because they fought wars and they survived. They understand the value of life. You don't know the value of life in Africa, especially those of you in Nigeria. That is why you can kill people anyhow. That is why the military who were trained to guide the territory for the territorial integrity of a nation will go to the village and start burning the villages. That was not why military are trained in any country. It is not to kill innocent and vulnerable women. So, for us to know the value of life, the politicians should have a taste of it. Let me tell you, what I am telling you this evening is nothing but the truth. In Africa, you did not fight World War. Did you? You didn't fight World War in Africa. You didn't. You did not fight World War. There were no bloody revolution in Africa, except in few countries. And when they call it bloody, they target genocide. Let me tell you, it was because of the experience of World War. It was because of the experience of war that made the entire world, this world power, these white men, to have what you called the United Nations. UN. UN was founded in 1940s after the World War, so that in order to maintain peace and stability all over the world. But you know what? Africa joined UN. In fact, Africa have now the biggest representative in the UN, but they never participated in what gave birth to the United Nations. That is why United Nations has become one of the corrupt entities. Even when the aim of setting United Nations is to maintain global peace, today there is no peace in West Africa. And we know the reason why there is no peace in West Africa. There is no peace in Africa's most populous country called Nigeria. So, have the UN lived up to the expectation or lived up to the reason why it was formed? The answer is no. Because the people that are parading themselves at the United Nations today do not know what gave birth to the United Nations. They do not know, but the white men know. The white men know what gave birth because they directly fought during the World War, and it was their idea to bring United Nations. Africa people were just like idiots. They have nothing to offer. The white men would design the policy for them, and they would just come and join. They say UN is paralyzed. Africans paralyzed it. They came to the United Nations with their corruption and bag of money to corrupt everybody that comes there. That is why in Nigeria, you have the Fulani woman appointed to the UN to represent the Fulani oligarch interest. But she knows nothing about why United Nations was formed. The people that knows the reason for United Nations also formed what we call NATO. They formed NATO. As they formed NATO, they didn't want Africa to be part of that, because that is now for the protection of the world powers. The NATO was formed for the same purpose. If you attack one NATO nation, every other member will come and defend that nation, because they know the value of life. And they know the value, not just the value of life, but the value of freedom. Freedom that makes me to come here every blessed day to shout on top of my voice, that make me to lose sleep every day, preaching what the white man have done to themselves many decades ago. Our own, we have to fight for it, because they fought for themselves. They fought during their own 1940s with bombardment, shelling, military helicopters, gunboat, submarine. They fought World War. America even threw the bomb in Japan that has made history, called the Hiroshima. Or in Hiroshima, they threw the nuclear bomb in Hiroshima. That is the war, the history of the war in this, the bomb in Hiroshima and Kazakaki, Kazakaki or Kazagasi, they call it. America threw bomb there, and after that, history was made. They become so conscious of the freedom they have gotten. So they protect their freedom by bringing new mechanisms, setting up new entities to prevent anything attacking their freedom. But you, Black Africa, you have never done anything. You have not done anything on your own. Now we have traveled all the way from Africa to different parts of the world, and we contribute the little we can. We do what we can do in the society where we find ourselves positively, also affecting the life of others, mentoring people, giving people hope by what we do, participating in brainstorming to better the society we live in. And when we say it is time to take those things we've learned back to also better our own country, so that we are not going to be depending on your aid. They pretend they don't hear us. Some of them are watching me now. They pretend they don't hear us. They take our oil, they take our natural resources, they develop their own country, and they give us chicken change in the name of aid. I want you to start making calculation, go into research. How much of natural resources are leaving Nigeria on a daily basis? What are the value of the natural resources leaving Nigeria's soil on a daily basis to the Western world and America? I want you to do the calculation and tell me on whose purse these fat countries that are demonstrating their military power now in Ukraine, these people that show how powerful they are, on whose natural resources are all these things coming from? From Africa. From Africa. But they turn around, and when we say Africa, we are not just talking about Africa. there are specific countries in Africa that are powering the entire globe. And Nigeria, Biafra land, is one of them. Biafra land is one of them. So when you see them fighting in Ukraine, it's because they know the value of freedom of the people of Ukraine. It is because of the expansion of the NATO. You know, some of you don't know the history of all these things. We know that Russia have their own agenda. Russia have their own agenda. Putin have their own agenda and all that. But let us face the reality. The reality is that we are dying. Our own government are killing us. And nobody is talking. No sanction anywhere. The point here is that the killing against Nigerians, against Biafrans, against specific people in Biafra land are well documented. But because they feel that Biafra people are so brainy, we are not easy to be manipulated, they rather stick with the Fulanese. But you know what? This particular generation of which Simon Ekpa is part of, we are going to break the camel back. We are going to break the camel back. You see now, we will come here, we will shout, we will agitate, and we will ask people to support our security outfit to protect our land. Some businessmen who are very wealthy, who can single-handedly sponsor the liberation and the freedom of Biafra, they stick to Nigeria because they believe Nigeria protects their interests. They believe that their business can flourish, and if every Biafra dies, it does not concern them. I am telling you. Now,